do you require, or does a Scrum Master require any sort of technical background?
My immediate answer is no. You don't have to be technical. You're not expected to write a line of code, nor are you expected to test. As a Scrum Master, there were times in which they would ask me sometimes, Dionne, do you want to code? Do you want to test? No, unless you want the lights to go out. And they would say, well, this has nothing to do with the lights going out. I said, I know. That's why you don't want me coding, and that's why you don't want me testing, because that would be your result. But
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have it, right?
it does not hurt to have it. And what I was actually just getting ready to say is it's to your advantage if you do, simply because you would know how long it could potentially take to code and to produce a line of code or to test various scenarios. It's to your advantage if you do, but the caveat to that is this. Once you get in as a Scrum Master and you are not technical, and you are there day in, day out, you're working with your developer, you're working with your tester, you are going to identify which tester is your best tester, and you're going to realize which developer is your best developer. From there, you're going to get an understanding of how long it should take to code, how long it should take to test, and you don't have to be technical to be able to do that.
Okay. So, person may be looking at this, person who is in a corporate field and maybe wanting to consider going to that next level.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, they like everything that they've heard so far in terms of what you have said the role of a Scrum Master is, what Scrum being what it is, and so forth. Okay. So for that person who wants to get into the field, what is the very first thing that they need to do? What is the very first step to becoming a Scrum Master or to get into the world of Scrum?
If I'm an individual looking to become a Scrum Master, the first thing that I'm going to do is identify if my organization hires Scrum Masters, because that would be a position that I would be able to interview for and transfer within the organization with. Or am I looking outside the organization for a position? That would be what I would do. Because you need to understand, first of all, am I going to be able to do it with the organization I'm with? Or am I going to have to go outside of the organization and then make the decision, are you okay either direction?
Okay. So what about, say, personality traits or work styles? I mean, do you have to have any of these things to, to be a good fit? I mean, just because a person may want to be a Scrum Master doesn't necessarily mean they should become one.
Well, I
So,
mean, you have to be somewhat of a people person, right? In
okay,
order to be a Scrum Master, because you're dealing with
that
people.
probably wouldn't be me though, right?
I'm going to say it was me. Because as a Scrum Master, you run across a variety of personality types. So, you're going to have a skill set to where you may be able to deal with Grumpy John and Perky Patty. So you have to be able to kind of switch on which type of person you're dealing with and be able to get those results. So I'm definitely going to say that you need to be flexible, and be able to be open with the various types of people that you're going to work with.
Okay. So it helps to be a people person.
It
And
does.
it helps to have a certain level of patience to deal with
It
people
does.
who aren't necessarily people.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have a level of patience with it because you're helping people, right? That's
So,
where the servant leadership piece of this comes in.
okay. So is there some sort of a learning curve? So let's just say a person, they do everything that they're supposed to do and they finally get into the role. Is there an actual learning curve given all of the certifications and training? And we'll get into that later. But
Mhm.
is there an actual learning curve to this process?
So the learning curve is going to depend upon the type of team that you have. If you are new to being a Scrum Master and you have a mature team, your learning curve is going to go a lot faster. The reason being is that a mature agile team functions whether you're there or not. They know the framework in and out. So if you're there, great. If you're not there, great, because they're still able to operate. The learning curve grows and it's going to be a little longer for a new Scrum Master and a new Scrum team, because now all of you are learning how to implement this framework together.